Hello and welcome, it's Bushwhacker here with another Stationeers tutorial. On today's video, I'm going to show you the basics of using the computer. For this tutorial, you're going to need a computer kit, a motherboard logic, and enough wire to connect everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these lights and connect them to a switch so that I'm able to turn them on and off so I'm not wasting power having them on all the time. As you can see, we have two lights in here and we have a switch. Now unfortunately right now the switch isn't doing anything, so that's why we're going to hook up the computer and get everything working. So one of the most important things with using the computer is you want to label everything. So we'll go ahead and we're going to rename this to light switch. And this is going to be light 1. And if you have multiple rooms, it might be a good idea to put the name of the room. It's going to be light 2. Okay, so now that we have everything labeled, we can go ahead and get our computer set up. I've come down to my basement where I'll be setting up my computer. And you can see I've brought power all the way down here. And I'm going to connect this up. Luckily, the cables in the game are able to carry the power for this and also the network capability all in one. Okay, now my computer's placed down. I can go ahead and open it up. And we will place our motherboard inside. Then we can close it. And we can go ahead and power it on. So unfortunately, the computer uses a lot of power. So using it in a situation like this probably wouldn't be the best idea, because you're using 10 times as much power just to allow you to turn the light on and off from a switch other than clicking on it. But I think this will give you the basic understanding of how it works. So what we have to do first is we have to come in and we have to create a new state. So then the conditions are, what do we want to happen? So we have our switch, which we call the light switch. So you can come in here. It's a little hard to navigate, but you can click and drag this down. See if we can find light switch. I probably went past it. Oh, there we go. So light switch. So light switch, you can have setting, which it outputs a 1 or 0, or open or closed. So light switch open is false. So if the light switch open is false, that means that we want to turn off the lights. So we'll come down here, we'll scroll down to the lights, which there are a lot of, and we'll go to light 1, power off, and we'll go to light 2. Luckily you can kind of scroll through this. Light 2, power off. Also, we want to make sure someone doesn't come around here and just open them on their own. So we want to go light 1, lock is true, and light 2, lock is true. There we go. So this is going to be our first state. So light switch open is false. We're going to make sure that it is off and that no one can turn the light on. Now we'll create a new state, and as we go down here, we want to say after. So it's going to be looking for it to be, so the light switch is going to be looking to be closed, which it already is. You can see the green check mark. But after this, or if this were to change, what would you want it to do? So down here in state 2, our conditions will be, and this likes to jump around quite a bit. So we'll go down to light switch. Open is true now. And our actions will be, we'll just create all of them at once here. Okay. So we want the lights now. So if the light switch open is true, that means we want them to come on. So light 1, power is on. And light 2, power is, power is on. Okay, and then once it's done with this, we don't want it to stay on forever. We want it to be able to go get turned off. So we want the next state to be state 1. I just want to show you guys one more thing. The yellow is surrounding this state 2, and you can rename the states by clicking this. So this would be light on. And you can name this one light off. There we go. So as you can see, yeah, it says light on, light switch open is true, which it isn't true. The second it is, it'll do these actions, and then at the bottom here, it'll go to the next state and wait for that to happen. So as you can see, the light switch is off right now, and I can't click on the either light to turn them on because they are locked. Now if I click that open, the lights come on. And again, it's still locked because it never unlocks.
Power low.
And then we can go ahead and we can close the switch, and it turns the lights off. Now, you could do this with a variety of things. You could put a motion sensor here and say if the motion sensor goes off, turn the lights on, and if it goes off again, turn the lights back on. You could also put a daylight sensor outside, so you could say if the sun is shining on the light sensor, turn the lights off, and if it isn't shining on the sensor, turn the lights back on. Hopefully this gave you guys some of the basics on how to control a computer. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave that below. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. One thing that I don't usually say, that I probably should, is if you guys like these videos and want to see more, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll leave a link at the end of the video. I try to post videos at least a couple times a week, and if you're subscribed, you'll never miss one. Well, again, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you again next time. Bushwacka out.